WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
My decision to quit came with my transition. In order to heal from top surgery, I was advised that it would be better to quit. And if I didn't smoke, the healing process would be a lot quicker. So I decided to do it.
Hey, Philly, did you know that calling the free PA Quit line can increase your chances of quitting smoking for good by 4 times? Call 1-800-QUIT now.
Universal Circus now playing at Fairmont Park with soaring motorcycles, wire walkers, and the Chinese trapeze. 18 athletes flying through the air. Universal now playing at Fairmont Park. Go to universalcircus.com.
Happy holidays from TSO Adjustment Service. If you suffer any damages to your house, such as fire, plumbing, roof leaks, or any other water damage, make TSO your first call. TSO has been serving the community for over 30 years and will guide you through the claim process to get you everything you deserve. TSO also offers free on-site inspections to fully document and evaluate your damages. No more settling for insurance companies' lowball payments. Call today at 215-886-7440.
The Mo is calling. For years, people around the world have been united by the power of the mustache. This Movember, unite to take on mental health, suicide, prostate, and testicular cancers. Come together, grow together, raise funds, save lives. Change the face of men's health. Sign up at Movember.com.
WURD Radio is sharing a harvest for the world. Now through December 31st, visit WURDradio.com to find information on upcoming give back events in the Philadelphia area. If your organization is hosting free clothing giveaways, food drives, free workshops, community dinners, and more, please share the details using the form on our website. Visit WURDradio.com and look for the Harvest banner. It's harvest time, and we're sharing information on those giving back to the community. The Harvest is brought to you by Comcast, PECO, Keystone First, and the United Way. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $400 million. $400 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black Talk Media. This is WURD, 900 AM and 96.1 FM. Philadelphia, streaming online at WURDradio.com and the WURD Radio app. The views and opinions expressed by the guests, listeners, and hosts of any program on WURD Radio do not necessarily reflect those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter. L-O-V. What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday, November 30th. Can you believe it? I know I don't. I do not believe we are knocking on December's door. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Oh my goodness. I pray this week is shaping out to be a good week for you, if not simply a good day. I do pray that all is well and is coming along well with and for you and yours. To that point, happy birthday to you, especially if you are celebrating a birthday on today. You know, I tell y'all all the time, I believe that we should all be celebrated, madly and spoiled absolutely rotten. Yes, we should. Family, if you are joining us by way of socials, let us know, please, by sharing a comment. And I promise you, I will do my absolute best to read it aloud. For those of you who are joining us otherwise, you can give us a call if you choose to do so. You can do that by dialing 215-634-8065. You can even call us toll free, and you can do that by dialing 1-866-361-0900. Nick and I will take the love any way you care to share it. We will. That's Nick Steptoe, my illustrious show producer. Just love it. Just love it. Just love it. I'm talking to you. If you are having just a hard time today, if your light is shining just a little dimly, or if your heart is just a little heavy, I just want you to know that I'm sending you extra love and hugs. You hear me? On behalf of your entire tribe and village, I just want you and need you to know that you are not alone. You are so not alone. Family, I want to take some time to share a few things with you. Just get a few things out of the way. The first of which is about the harvest. WURD Radio is sharing a harvest for the world. Now through December 31st, visit wordradio.com to find information on upcoming give back events in the Philadelphia area. So if your organization is hosting free clothing giveaways, food drives, free workshops, community dinners, and more, please share the details using the form on our website. Visit wordradio.com/the harvest and look for the harvest banner. Family, it is harvest time, and we are sharing information on those giving back to the community. The harvest is brought to you by Comcast, Pico, Keystone First, and the United Way. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. The second thing I want to share with you is about membership. I want to remind everybody that we need the support from our community. That's right. Our Forward and Up campaign has an unprecedented goal for Forward Radio to recruit 2,000 members of the Forward movement. Now, family, you already know this, but I'm going to tell you again. I believe in WURD. And because you are listening, I happen to believe that you do too. So if you are not already a member of the Forward movement, well, now is the time. All you have to do is go to wordradio.com and click on membership because it's right there at the top of the page. Help us to reach our goal of 2,000 members in our 20th year of Black Talk Media. One more thing I want to share with you. It's about empowerment. So get ready. Get ready, family. Our 7th annual empowerment experience is coming. Join WURD Radio on Saturday, December 9th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church Family Life Center, located at 2800 West Cheltenham Avenue. So this year, we acknowledge the Kwanzaa principle of cooperative economics through Ujamaa with a cultural-filled holiday marketplace experience featuring artisans and creators of color. You can shop from creations featuring jewelry, clothing, pop-ups, and more. There will be health screenings, job and career resources, and also empowering conversations. Interested in vending? Well, all you have to do is call the station at 215-425-7875 and press sales for more information. The empowerment experience is absolutely free. So keep it locked to Word or visit wordradio.com for more exciting details. Family, I want you to make sure you save the date for Saturday, December 9th. Give the gift of culture this holiday season. The 2023 Empowerment Experience is sponsored by Comcast, Keystone First, Bank of America, Brown's Family ShopRite, Dietz and Watson, Hers, and Pico. I want to take this time to acknowledge our family members that are checking in. Nasir, hey there, brother Nasir. Nasir Butler, that is. He's sending peace and blessings to everybody. You know, we receive it, and I'm sending them right back to you as well, as always. And Malcolm is joining us. Hey there, Malcolm White, to be exact. And he's sharing that he is listening and watching from West Mount Airy. Good evening to you too, good sir. Good evening. All right, family, let's get started. Let's get started. The first guest that we have for tonight's show is one of my boops. You know, just one of my boops, one of my love bugs. Okay. I must share that immediately from day one, from the day that I met her, from the moment I saw her, like our spirits just locked. You know, she is my sister. She has been my sister, was my sister before we met, and will forever be my sister. Okay. She is also a vocalist. She's a songwriter and she's an influencer. Rightfully so, though. Born and raised right here in Philadelphia. Now, I don't want to tell you too much about her because I want you to meet her and I want her to tell you. I want her to tell you. So, family, without further ado, I invite you to the conversation with none other than my sister, my love bug, and my boop, Destinee Maree. Hi there, beautiful.
Hey, sister. Hello.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so family, I should tell you, I could not wait to have Destinee come and visit with us. Yeah. I was asking, and listen, she's got a lot on her plate. She is a busy woman. But I said, sis, please come and visit with us. Please just come and talk with us for a little bit. Because first of all, I love you so much, but I just feel like you are such a beacon and a light. And I just needed our family members to experience you.
Oh, sister, you know how I feel about you.
We were like two little kids when we were two little kids. We were. I cannot. Yes. Okay, family, I've got to share. So the first time we actually got to like be in each other's company for a good period of time, we were both performing for the Soul Train cruise.
Yes.
We saw one another. It was me, her, and mom. And we just, I don't even know how a conversation started. I don't even know how. I just remember us being locked.
Yes.
That's what the three of us. We walked around. We had nibbles. We had, we had such a good time that was it. I mean, it was set. It was solid.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. Yes. So you know how it is, family. You know how it is when you meet someone and your spirits instantly lock and you just know, like, you know, your spirits are not strangers to one another. You already know, like, okay, I know exactly who this is.
Yes.
Because you feel it.
Yes.
Because you feel it. But I want our family members to know everything. So, you know, y'all know first, family, y'all know how I am. I get excited when my family. When my boops come, I get even more excited. And I'm already on 10. So I get even more excited. But I must share with them, family, in case you are unfamiliar or unaware, I'm sure you've seen and heard Destinee Maree many times, many times, because she has such an illustrious career as a singer-songwriter. What I did not share with you was that she was one of 4 contestants who made it to the top 4 in the country for Steve Harvey's Hoodie Awards. You remember? You know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, you're sending your way to the hoodies competition where she competed for Steve Harvey in the competition, which was held in Las Vegas. Listen, there's so much that I want to share, but I want to start with talking about that experience particularly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was an amazing experience. First of all, I mean, who doesn't love Steve Harvey, right? Um, very quick story, funny story. I had just started working a customer service job, and I had, you know how you get a new job and you have, 3 months probation. You can't call out. You can't,
Mhm.
be late or anything like that. And on one of my lunch breaks one day, my mom calls me and she goes, Steve Harvey is having a competition for the hoodies this year. And this year you get to submit your MP3s of your vocals. And if he picks you, then you get to compete live on air. And if you win live on air after a few rounds, then he'll fly you out to Vegas. And I specifically said to my mom, I'm like, Mom, can you imagine if we actually get to go out there? I literally said that to her. And then I thought nothing else about it. She was just like, I'm letting you know that I submitted your, music. I know you're on your lunch break. Just let you know I submitted your music and we'll see what happens. And I thought nothing else about it. About 24 hours later, my mom calls me and she goes, You're not going to believe this. They chose you to compete live on air out of tens of thousands of submissions. They chose you to compete on live on air. And so I was still at probation at my job. And I could not call out and I could not step away. But because I was doing customer service at this job, my particular phone always had like a loose cord and it would accidentally drop calls if you wiggled a certain way.
Okay.
And so, the Steve Harvey people contacted us and told us, okay, you need to be live on air at 8:45 a.m. The competition starts at 9. And so I'm literally at my desk with my headset on and I'm just looking at the clock. And one of those calls came in at 8:45 and I slid my foot to cut that call off. And I ran out to the car.
We do what we have to do.
That's what you have to do because I need my job, but also Steve Harvey. So, needless to say, I did sing the first round. It was 4 contestants. And then after the competition that morning, of course, that was broadcast all over the country. People were tasked with voting in. So later on that night, we rallied the troops and anybody who knew me and said, can you just vote for me? And we'll just see what happens. I did not expect to go to the second round, but I figured I'd give it my best shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 2 days after that, we got notification. You made it to the next round. So I'm still at the job with the probation. So still at the job with the probation. And now my call time is again 8:45 a.m. But this time instead of singing at 9, I'm one of 4 contestants. I had a lot of votes. They wanted to put me on last. So now it's at 9:40. So I'm still, doing my customer service thing, slid my foot to turn off the call. And I left, I disappeared and I did my, I sung what I sung. And he wanted to ask questions. During that time, he was promoting the Think Like a Man movie. And so you're supposed to send in your picture and all of your like bio before he talks to you. So he has my picture up and he goes, Are you married? At the time I was not. And so he goes into this whole spiel and I'm just thinking to myself, I just want to sing. I just want to sing because I got to get back to the calls. I appreciate you giving me the motivational, stuff, but like I gotta go. So he started talking to me and he gave me his whole spiel about the Think Like a Man thing, and then he allowed me to sing and he told me, and I quote, Destinee Maree, you are singing like you owe rent and rent is due and people are coming out to see you. So then we had to go through the same thing again where voting was involved. Now this time around, I sung and I was going back to my desk, and because the Steve Harvey Morning Show is such a popular show, a lot of the customer service reps had on their radio stations and they were listening live, not knowing I was one of the contestants just singing out in the car. So they were saying, well, I like the girl from Philly. Yeah, she's good, but I like the girl from Texas. And I told him, I said, I think the girl from Philly. I think you guys should probably vote. I'm going to vote from the girl from Philly. Wouldn't it be nice to have a girl from Philly represent us? I think that she sung the best. And he was like, yeah, you're right. We're going to vote for her. Not knowing I was her.
Wow.
Yeah. So needless to say, 2 days after that, We did not get any phone call. I was literally up early in the morning. I just kept refreshing the website because whomever was the top 4, they were going to post them on a website. So I refreshed at 6:30. I seen one person posted. The other 2 slots or the 3 slots were blank. I kept refreshing and they were popping them in. At 7:12 a.m., my face appeared in the 3rd slot, and I called my mom and I said, "We're going to Vegas."
Wow.
Yeah.
OMG. Wow. Just, first of all, wow. I mean, just the excitement of it all and the anxiety, the rush of all that. And
Yeah.
Steve Harvey is priceless, number one. But this whole experience, I know, is a once in a lifetime
It
experience.
is. It is.
I mean, and that story, you'll have that
Always.
always. Family, hey there. I'm talking to you. If you have just joined us, welcome. You are tuned in to Love and Life. We are talking with one of Philadelphia's gems, okay? The one and only Destinee Maree. And we have so much more to talk with her about after this commercial break. But know that the phone lines are still open and feel free to continue to comment on our socials. Family, stay with us though, because we're coming right back.
Come back.
The deadline to enroll in Medicare Advantage plan is December 7th. Independence Blue Cross is the local plan that's been serving our neighbors across the Philadelphia area for 85 years. This means you'll have the stability, security, and peace of mind you deserve from the plan that knows Philly. Because we are Philly, don't delay. Get your Medicare questions answered. Visit ibxmedicare.com/radio today.
The working families of Launa Labor District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Labor District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Laborers, we're building a better future today.
Tune in to the Livelihood segment at 6:30 a.m. the 4th Monday of every month during The Source, hosted by Andrea Lawful Sanders, brought to you by PA Lottery, benefiting older Pennsylvanians every day.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $400 million. $400 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
This is your celebration.
Hey, everybody, it's Lieutenant Governor Austin Davis. I just wanted to come by and congratulate WURD on 20 years of Black excellence, Black joy, educating our community on the top issues and what they need to know. Cheers to 20 years, and I'm looking forward to 20 more.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. I do want to acknowledge some of our family members who are checking in. Miss Julie. Hi there, Miss Julie. She shares peace and love to each and everyone. She's waiting to hear from WURD Sales. I'm going to let them know, Miss Julie, so they can get in touch with you because we want to rectify that issue. But we're so happy to have you join us here. So always so happy to have you here. You know that, Miss Julie. That's one of my love bugs. And Cheryl is sharing a good evening with everybody. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Ayana Walker shares, the risk was worth it, in response to the story that you shared with us. Cheryl says, hey, Ashley Scott, because Ashley Scott is checking in. Ashley Scott shares, hey, Carol and Destinee. And hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. And then Cheryl shared, congratulations. Miss Julie shared, don't cheat yourself. Be sure to hear Destinee Maree, who modestly states, song is best interpretation of her influencer, Patti LaBelle. Destiny doesn't think that Patti has been given full credit for My Love, Sweet Love, heard on YouTube for the first time just minutes ago. I'm telling, yes. And my beloved Willie Matthew Williams, that is, he's sending a good evening with some love to everybody. Hey there, Willie. So, family, listen, I'm with Miss Julie. I'm telling you that you need to hear Destinee Maree. You need to hear her voice. I was blown away. I was already familiar before we met. So I had already known, about you and had heard you, but we had never met in person. So when we did, and I was actually, well, I don't know if you'll recall, it was my first time actually like getting out. I was telling our family members that after my mother had passed and at the end of 2018, I drew a blank of 2019. So my memory comes back at the end of 2020, January 2020. And it was the cruise. That was the first thing I remember of that.
Yeah, that's where we met. That's where
we met. That's where we met. And when I met you, and after being able to see you and hear you all week, it was just so medicinal. It was so therapeutic.
Thank you.
And family, I know you see how beautiful she is, but her spirit is even more beautiful than what you see externally. So to that point, as you see how stunningly beautiful she is also an influencer, rightfully so, right? She has a fan base that has grown in excess of 200,000, okay, on all social media platforms. Now, I want to talk about that for a moment. If you could share with us, because I'm talking about your light. I'm talking about the beacon of light and love that you are.
Thank
but
you.
it like, and you know what? We follow each other, but then it just seems like one day that was it. Like everybody knew who you were.
And it felt like it. It felt like something that happened overnight. The influencer part kind of came by accident. As you mentioned, 2020 was a whirlwind for all of us. Shortly after you and I became sisters on the Soul Train cruise in January 2020, obviously the world changed with COVID. And by that fall, I had gotten COVID, like many people had, but it took away my singing voice. And I ended up having to do vocal therapy for about 15 months. It was very devastating. And one of the reasons why the influencer platform blew up so quickly is because of my honesty. And I just kind of want to preface what I'm about to say by saying that, my honesty is what has carried me and grown my platform so much. So in full transparency, when I lost my voice, I got into a bit of a depression, to be very honest. And in doing so, I remember having a conversation with my husband. I said, I gotta be creative. Creatives need to create no matter what. And I couldn't sing. And what is a singer who can't sing? And so I just needed to create. So I decided to create a Instagram page, and I talked to my sister Mika about it. And I'm like, listen, I can't sing right now. I just want to do something creative. I'll do a separate page where I can post like cute little fashion and, something that's not music, because, and I'm sure you know this as a singer as well, people only see you one way and they only want you one way. And I had already built the audience over on my Destinee Maree platform. So I needed something different to introduce myself to a different audience that didn't look at me as a singer, because I could not sing. So out of a hobby, Carol, it was just a hobby, just to get out of my depression. I said, let me just make this little platform. When it started, it had 52 followers. Most of it was my mom and my sisters and my cousins. And I would post a picture, get 34 likes. And I was like, that's the best thing ever. And while I was going through my vocal therapy, I just kept posting on this page, and it started out with just like makeup, but I do the same kind of makeup all the time. So it's not really that fancy. So then I said, okay, I'm going to do hair stuff. This is my hair. So, I know how to do hair care tips. But eventually that did not speak to my soul. If I'm being honest. I am a true believer in God. I have seen with my own eyes what God is able to do in my life and other people's lives. You know, I've seen lots of trials and tribulations in my 38 years of life, and I've seen the greatness of what God can do. And so while I have on the makeup and I have on the fashion, I found myself more often than not just wanting to talk about God, talk to God, talk, and just speak my spirit, speak my soul. I woke up one day and I had posted a video, and it was a voiceover from someone else, but it inspired me. So I got dressed and I did this voiceover, and I will never forget the speech. It was, I don't know who needs to hear this, but keep going because they're all watching. The ones who says you couldn't do it, the ones who know you can do it, the ones who want to know what you're doing, and the ones who want to stop you from doing it. I posted that. Ironically enough, I post all my videos. I find different sites in Philadelphia. I drive all around the city, and I just post these videos. And I was standing in front of a church doing this video. It was by accident. I didn't even know it was a church. It was just a cute building that matched with my outfit. And so I posted the video, and about a week later, my phone was making a lot of noise, and my Instagram is hooked up to my phone as well as my iPad, and my iPad would just light up all day and all night. My husband said, "Why is your iPad making so much noise?" I said, "I think my video is going viral." He says, "What does that mean?" I said, "I don't know, but I think it's a good thing." So so that particular video within a week's time did 10,000 views, and that was like mind-blowing. And it got to a point, Carol, where I would refresh my phone, and every time I would refresh my phone, it would be 500 more followers, 500 more followers, 500 more followers. I had prayed to God, and I said, you know, I posted the video December 9th of 2020. Excuse me, 2021. And I said, God, if you could just let me have 2,000 followers by New Year's Eve, I'll be happy. Carol, by New Year's Eve, I had 5,000 followers. The video ended up being viral for 8 weeks. And by the end of the 8 weeks, I had 15,000 followers. 15,000 follars. So then my mom said, Destinee, like that video did so well, but I want to hear your voice. So I started writing my own messages, my own affirmations, because I was going through depression. Things I just say to myself to get myself, out of bed and get dressed and get glammed. And I started I would stand on corners and with a microphone and just start speaking. And very long story short, by Mother's Day weekend, I had 50,000 followers. By the 4th of July, I had 100,000 followers. And it's just been growing ever since. Tina, Beyonce's mom follows me. Shirley Ralph follows me. Tia Maree, posts my stuff and looks at my stuff. And it's just been surreal. All because I was going through depression and just wanted to create and speak from my heart. And it just blew up. It's a blessing.
It is beyond a blessing. But that's you. You are a blessing. I keep saying, now I know, family, y'all are saying, listen now. I know what y'all are saying. I know, but I can't stop. I can't. Because it's so well deserved. So well deserved. I mean, she was pouring into me when we met. I was so broken. I was so broken when it was a tough time. When I met you and Mom.
Those were phenomenal. You poured your soul into all your shows. Phenomenal. I'm telling you guys, she was phenomenal.
Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you. But I was struggling. I really, really, really was struggling. And had it not been for you and Mom, I mean, they got me through that entire week. Y'all gave me exactly what I needed. Y'all were like, okay. You were like, okay, all right. All right, you're good. And I was like, okay, yes, now I'm good. But you really, they poured into me that entire week. And that's just who you and Mom are, though, which was why I said, I really, really, really want our family members to get to know you, to just talk with you, to see you, because God uses you abundantly. And I mean, I just think it's such a beautiful thing. I just really, really, listen, I'm a firm believer. My faith does not waver.
That's right. Yeah.
Never. But in watching your videos, I love how he's using you to talk to each and every one of us. And listen, you're talking not just to women, but you have such a huge female following, because here we were talking about our maturation process, and we
Yes.
were talking about it as it pertains to the entertainment industry. But here
Mhm.
we are just in life,
Yes.
every day.
Yep.
We're all aging.
Yep.
We're all growing. We're all,
Yes.
moving about, trying to
Yes.
do, we're doing the best that we can. But as
Absolutely.
women, sometimes,
Oh,
we just don't feel.
no, no. You're saying it the cute way, and I'm gonna just say it the real way. As you get older, if you're anything over 25 years old, the world looks at you like you're invisible.
Mm.
As you get older beyond 25, God forbid 35, 40, 45, the world is not so kind unless you look a certain way and you behave a certain way. And it shouldn't be that way.
Mm-mm.
And I believe, just in looking at all the messages that I get from all around the world because of Destinee Maree Muse, which is my platform where I do motivational speaking, just from hearing all the messages around the world, is so many people, so many women in particular, of a certain age, who just want to be seen, who just want to
Mhm.
feel good, because society sometimes makes you feel like because you are not a certain age and you don't look a certain way, that you are not deserving of happiness and love and compassion. Love to me is something that you should be given. You shouldn't have to perform for it. You shouldn't have
Mhm.
to qualify for it. When you think about love and you think about how God loves us, we don't qualify. We always fall short, but he still loves us.
Mhm.
So, we need to practice that a lot more with each other. But,
Mm.
women in particular, I can only speak for women because I'm a woman. Uh, yeah, I feel like oftentimes, you are overlooked, and it's going to happen. Nothing that I'm doing, I'm not, creating the will, recreating the will, but I just serve as another example that, there is life beyond a certain age, and you can still be beautiful inside and out, and you can still feel good about yourself, and you deserve to feel good about yourself. And
Mhm.
it's not something that you need to qualify for. It's nothing that you need permission for. Um, you've already been given it. It's your birthright from God.
How about that? How
Yeah.
about that? I do want to acknowledge Drina Ross is checking in. Hi there, beautiful. She shares that she's watching from the sweetest sides of Detroit, Michigan, in the USA. Welcome. Welcome. So happy to have you join us. And Mom is joining us from your page. You guys,
Ah!
Mom. Hi, Mom. I love you more. You have no idea. I have no idea. I love you more. And Ayana Walker shares, Amen. She shares it is deserved. And Malcolm shares, wow. Cheryl is sharing as well, and she shares that God will do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask and think. Amen. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Family, if you have just joined us, welcome. We are so happy to have you with us. You are tuned in to Love and Life right here on WURD. We are talking with my beloved, my boop, my sister, Destinee Maree, and she is sharing with us about her journey thus far, sharing with us about just all the goodness that God is doing with, for, and through her, and just talking about love and life. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That is exactly what we're doing. So I'm inviting you to the conversation. Yes, I am. I absolutely am. You can do that by sharing a comment on our socials, or you can even give us a call. You can do that by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can even call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Whatever you do, though, I'm asking that you stay with us because we've got just a few more things to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
that's right. That's right. Right. We got more to talk about. So, family, stay with us because we are coming right back.
The job search can be a difficult and frustrating process. WURD's Livelihood Initiative was designed to help you find the right opportunity for your next professional move. Check out these recent openings posted on the Livelihood job board at wordworks.com. The Chambers of Commerce for a Greater Philadelphia is hiring a research analyst. Penn Community Bank is hiring a customer service representative. For more information on these jobs and others, go to wordworks.com and learn more about the Livelihood Initiative, brought to you by WURD Radio, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Philadelphia's favorite dance company, Philadanco, returns to the Chemocultural Campus with their electrifying season opener, Intangible Influences. Featuring company and world premieres, this not-to-be-missed weekend showcases works inspired by the many choreographic geniuses that have influenced generations of artistic and creative voices. Philadanco, Intangible Influences, December 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets now at chemoculturalcampus.org.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $400 million. $400 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
WURD Radio is the only African-American owned and operated talk radio station in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and one of only 3 remaining in the country. In the past 20 years, WURD has evolved into a multimedia, multi-platform communications company that reaches deeply into the Black community through radio, events, digital, and social media. It is considered the go-to channel to engage, interact, and connect with Philadelphia's Black community. Our brand is built on the personal legacy of our founder, Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD. Dr. Lomax was a brilliant physician who established medical centers in underserved neighborhoods throughout Philadelphia to provide high-quality healthcare to Black and Brown communities for over 30 years. One of his most ambitious acquisitions was when he purchased WURD Radio. He understood the power of ownership and the power of independent media. Through WURD, he wanted to ensure that Philadelphia's Black community had the ability to speak and be heard in their own voice. We are celebrating 20 years of Black excellence. We are celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. This vignette was brought to you by Comcast, United Way, and Bank of America.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. I want to take a moment to go to our phone lines because one of our family members has been waiting to join the conversation. Hello, and thank you so much for calling.
Hello, Carol. Hello, Miss. I want to say to you real quickly a story about Blessed Are the Givers and a song. What would the day be like without the song? It would be dark and dreary. 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you heard this story, Cal had performed all over, right back in her community where she started from singing. We had our 20-year anniversary, and Cal was performing. And when Cal sings, that inner caring, and Cal was singing, and the lady got sick. Cal immediately transformed from the music to the prayer. And the woman was laying there and the people were sitting around, and I'm quite sure others prayed for her, was praying for this person. What a beauty. Y'all have traveled all over the world singing to people. Take a little inventory on where you're right back from. And my point is this. The writer wrote, and these words will be written for Cal, said, I've never been to London on a foggy day. I've never been to Switzerland to see the Winter Games play. I've never been to New Orleans on Carnival or Mardi Gras Day. I've never been to India to hear the great gondolier play. But because what I have done in her request, that if I could make it to heaven after this life is over, just think of what you have given to this world. And to be right back in your country, you take inventory. And I want Cal to think about that. I know she's not a selfish person. to look at. She's very fortunate to speak in Philadelphia for the children, to talk about love and life. I'm not talking about some love relationship with someone, to care for people. And that's a wonderful thing. So I'm glad both of y'all have been successful. And you have to give thanks to God, but you got to give thanks to your mother. And I want to say this to you, Cal. What you said last night, I didn't know that. When you talked about Auntie and what you didn't know this either. Cal, when she first came on the radio there, she didn't have a call-in program, but you could tap it, do the send a text over. And she brought her aunt on. I brought Auntie on, 18 years of age. And Auntie was giving a testimony in Cal, and she was giving a testimony about her journey in life. Cal she would have just gleaned with her. Look what you have done, my friend. There are some things money can't buy. And because it's who you are, look at all the things you have done, man. I'm not bragging. In this life, for Philadelphia, to have someone that shows compassion, it means so much to me, mister. You don't know me. I've been around a long while, going on 81 years, and I didn't smoke a lot of places. The uneducated man. And it have been Cal. I don't know nothing. I didn't even know, never seen this person before, but I heard the name. And my father used to work at R.W. Brown, help a man, once again, the unlearned man, to get where he had to get. So I'm saying all this with my cup running over. I certainly hope that you will get an artist. You will give an artist, ma'am, to give your mother nothing but a nice side picture with nothing but clocks inside that frame and give it to mother. Oh, singer lady, guess what that represents? Mother, time. Time is so important. So when the writer writes your story, or you can write a story about your mother, ma'am, and write these words. And the name of the book should be called It Was Like That. Life's journey, to be able to do your work that you're doing. You may have a little bit of money, but to come back and to be a servant. Cal sung up in Harrisburg. We're all in this thing together. What a wonderful thing. My cup running over. Thank you, Cal, for doing that for Auntie, what you said last night. Blessed all this giver. Blessed all this giver. Blessed all the givers that give back to life.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Amen.
Thank you, Ron.
That was
Ron.
wonderful. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much, Ron, for you. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know that it doesn't even feel like enough to say or to extend of myself, but thank you tremendously as always. Destinee, I don't want to, you just can't leave us without me sharing with our family members about your line as well. And I should add, Ron just spoke about me going to sing in Harrisburg for the gubernatorial election inauguration, and I was wearing my Destinee Maree. My sister sent me, she has a line of hats. Actually, I had my lashes on that day too. She sent me some lashes and I wore my lashes. I wear my lashes, but she sent me one of her hats from her line. And I was thinking, I don't know when and I took it with me.
Yeah.
And there was like this mist that day. So from the photos, you will see I am wearing my Destinee Maree hat.
Your halo.
Yes, I am. So please, can you talk with us about both your eyelash line and your hats, your halos, which I love?
So as an outgrowth of the Destinee Maree Muse motivational page, I did start a brand called Sparkle Lux. And the name of the brand has dual meaning. Anyone who knows me knows that I like to sparkle, I like to shine, let my light shine. And then Lux, because it's high quality items. I love hats. I love fashion, but my favorite accessory is coats and hats. And so I wanted to create a hat because I wanted a big wide brim hat. Couldn't find it anywhere. So I thought, oh, I'll just create a hat and I'll just have them for myself. And I actually created the hat. I had like a prototype and got it made, and I would wear it on my videos, and then people would say, well, where did that hat come from? So I said, okay, well, maybe I should manufacture these hats. It all happened very quickly, which seems to be the theme of everything I'm telling you today. Everything happens really quickly. I named it Angel's Halo hat. I like to think of the big wide brim as a halo. You know, we can all wear a halo in our lives, and almost like a visual display of wanting to do better and be better and walk that walk. So I named the Angel's Halo. Angel is my mom, as you know. So it's an honor of her. My mom loves when I wear hats. So my first hat brand, of course, is going to be Angel, and then Angel's Halo just fit. And they have done extremely well. Tamron Hall has a hat. Um, you know, if you are a hat enthusiast, I would urge you to go to sparkle.com and get you a wide brim hat. It's a really wide brim hat. They come in very special colors that you will not get anywhere. They are specially hand dyed and come in all kinds of vibrant colors. And I'm very proud of the brand.
As you should be. I felt, let me tell you, I received so many compliments that day. On my look, it is a look, it is a vibe, and it gave me the confidence that I needed. I actually, so family, I'm going to, because I still have the photo, I'm going to share a photo. I'm on the commercial break. I'll find the photo, family, so I can put it up for you, so you can see me in my hat, in my Angel Halo, my halo.
Yes.
But can you please give us the website one more time?
Yes, it is Sparkle Lux, and the Lux is spelled with 2 X's, so it's LUXXE.com. SparkleLux.com.
No space between the words.
Nope, all one word. Made it as easy as I could. SparkleLux.com.
I love it. And I love you. You know I do. I love you to pieces. You and mom. You already know. So listen,
somewhere in here.
We are overdue for our nibble, so I will be reaching out. But I just want to say with every fiber of my being, I so appreciate you taking the time to come and just spend some of it with us. Thank you for your time, your attention, your spirit, your knowledge, just you. Thank you so much, because I know I know a little bit of what of what you do, and it takes so much to do what you do. So I'm so grateful to God for using you in the way that he does, and I'm grateful to you for being open, being that vessel. That open vessel. And family, I just want you to know, Destinee Maree Muse.
Yeah.
You can look at her Instagram page. That is the name of Destinee Maree Muse. You will watch every day and you will see her. I mean, she's fabulous every day. You hear me? Flawlessly fabulous. I don't know how you do that, but she's flawlessly fabulous every day. But she offers a daily dose of inspiration for style, life, and she just exudes her faith in God. And I love that. Most importantly, there's no better way than to start your day. There's no better way. So family, Destinee Maree. Oh, we should spell that for those of our family members who.
Yes. So okay. It's Destinee, but it's no Y in my name. It is Destinee, and then Maree is Maree. And if you type in Destinee Maree, I'm the only Destinee Maree with all those E's in her name. So if you type that in, you're gonna find everything about me. And my motivational page on Instagram is Destinee Maree Muse. My music page is Destinee Maree. And I just want to very quickly say, for those who have followed me for many years as a singer, yes, I still sing. You know, me and my sister just had a conversation about where I've been. You know, it's been a journey, but now I'm back and I'm ready to perform. There are some dates that will be coming out in 2024. You will see me back on the stage. I'm real excited about that. You know, me and God had a lot of conversations about that, and God has given me my voice back. And so now I'm ready.
I love it. And I cannot wait. Okay. I cannot wait. Family, OMG. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We have just had, you see me smiling ear from ear to ear. Just you see me. We just had a conversation with my love bug, my sister, my
I
girl,
love you.
Destinee Maree. I love you more. Stop.
Where are we going to eat next? I just need to know that. Where are we going to go eat next? Because Mommy's had somewhere, and it's time for us to go get something to eat.
Well, Mommy's going. She's going to pick it. Mommy's going to pick it. She'll pick it. Yeah, Mommy will pick it.
She'll let us know.
She will. Family, it's time for us to take another commercial break. But today is Thursday, so when we come back, we will have Dr. Z. We love it when we talk to Dr. Z as well. So stay with us because we are coming right back. Thank you, sis.
Bye, sis. Love you.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed this week on The Source.
Never answer the phone if you don't know the number. I cannot say this over and over and over again. It might be the doctor's office, but if it's the doctor's office, they will leave a damn message. Stop answering the phone, because once you answer the phone, what a lot of us don't realize is that these scammers have things attached to our to Wi-Fi, are able to get into our accounts. I can't tell you how many people who have lost their Cash App and their credit card information just from answering a phone or clicking a link on a text message. Don't do it. Don't click. Don't answer. These people are not doing these things via text message. Amazon and the Netflix and stuff don't send you this stuff via text message. Don't click on these links. He said, don't click links in text messages if you don't know the sender, even if it seems like it's somebody you know, because they've gotten really good at telling you, oh, this is Uncle so-and-so. And with artificial intelligence, they've now figured out how to use the voice of a relative, because we post so much on Facebook and in these spaces. They go on and they look, they take your voice and they use it to get to you.
And that's the hottest 60 seconds this week on The Source on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
WURD Radio Digital Tip of the Month is brought to you by Comcast.
With the cost of today's devices going up every year, you might want to think about buying a refurbished gadget for your next upgrade. Here are some things to think about before you buy. There is a difference between refurbished and open box. An open box gadget is usually still new, while refurbished devices have been repaired or restored in some way. Make sure you buy devices that were refurbished by the original manufacturer or have been factory certified. It might be a good idea to get a warranty in this case, otherwise you may fall victim to an as-is product that doesn't work. And finally, don't buy any refurbished electronics that don't come with some sort of return policy. You don't want to get stuck with a final sale that ends up dying after a week. Buying used can be a great way to save money while still getting a like-new device. Just make sure you do your homework first. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Tune in this Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. for the Power of the Vote show with retired Judge Thomasine Tynes, Wanda Davis, consultant strategist, and special guest Kiwana McKinney-Ford, convener of We the People.
Dear Santa, I hope you are having a good day in the North Pole. Is it cold all the time there? Is that why your cheeks are so rosy? I bet all of your reindeer are very excited. Is your beard long? My dad's scratchy. My mom says I'm a good helper. But you didn't come last year. Was my chimney broken? Or did you forget? I do that sometimes. I just really hope this year when I wake up, I'm gonna see that you came to my house too.
Donate to Toys for Tots and help the Marines deliver hope to a child in need.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $400 million. $400 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD Radio, 900 AM and 96.1 FM, WURD, Philadelphia, celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Love and Life. Welcome to the second hour of Love and Life right here on WURD. You know, any other time, I'm sorry, Dr. Z, because I probably caught you off guard. I normally introduce you, and I know Dr. Z was probably saying, wait a minute now. I was so excited. I haven't seen you. I feel like I haven't seen you.
No, Carol, it's been forever. It feels like 1 week feels like forever.
It does. It really does.
I'm over here doing all kinds of Thanksgiving. I hope the callers and everyone had a phenomenal Thanksgiving.
Yes. Did you have a great holiday weekend?
I did.
Good.
Good. Just the way I like it.
Good. Because Dr. Z and I were talking that week. We're saying, okay, so I don't know. We're gonna see each other. We're gonna do the show. We were prepared to spend our Thanksgiving with you. Okay, we were going to be here. We sure were. But I'm so glad to know that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday. And I'm sorry, I didn't even check. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. I didn't even check. But I'll fill you in on why. Offline, I'll fill you in. But here we are. At the end of November. How about that?
At the end of November. Going into a new year soon.
I know.
Yes.
Family, I was another reason that I was over here doing stuff I didn't have any business doing was because I was trying to find the photo of myself with the hat on. I couldn't. With my halo. I don't know if you heard our first hour, but Destinee Maree was with us, and I was talking about having one of her halo hats, her angel's halos, and I was trying to find the photo of me in the halo, and I was messing up doing all kinds of stuff, but I'm still looking for it. Don't worry, family. I'm going to show you because I want you to see her beautiful hats. But we have Dr. Z. And Dr. Z, what do you have for us this evening? What will we be talking about tonight?
As we're going into a new year, right? Preparing to go into a new year tonight, we're going to talk about self-sabotaging, what causes it, so that we can go into 2024 with a clear mind and ready to achieve some goals and go to new heights in our life. So we're going to talk about what is self-sabotaging and what comes with that. That's our topic for today, Carol.
Something tells me that I've done that at times. What exactly is self-sabotaging? Let me ask that to make sure.
And Carol, all of us have done it at some point in our life, right? We all have engaged in a level of self-sabotage. And what that is intentionally or unintentionally creating obstacles in our life that causes us or prevents us from reaching our goals. In our mind, we want to do it, but then we create some type of obstacle, or we see something we don't like, and so we self-sabotage the situation in advance before it even happens.
Oh, I've done that. I really have done that. The family, y'all hear me, tell you from time to time about my struggles with confidence. Sometimes I am not as confident as you would believe or you would think. And as a result of that, I have done just that. I have talked myself out of great opportunities, some great things.
And confidence is really a big part of it, Carol. It's self-esteem. It's that esteem issue, because we can have high self-esteem in one area and struggle in another area. And in that area that we struggle in, sometimes we're actually great at it. It's something we probably can walk in the door and be a blessing and be gifted and do great things. But because we think we can't, or we think something is going to happen, we stop it before it starts. And so many of us do it. I mean, and it doesn't say that maybe we have low self-esteem in general. It just may mean that in some aspect of our life, We struggle, and as a result, we sabotage the area in which we struggle in because we don't want to deal with that struggle.
Dr. Z, how can that be? Well, let me speak for myself specifically, because I will do it as it pertains to something that I do every day. Every day. I sing every day pretty much. And I will have these overwhelming feelings of incompetency and will talk myself out of situations. So how is that? How do we?
Well, it depends. So what we would say if this was like a counseling session, we would say, well, what is it about this situation that's different, right? You sing all the time, Carol, but what is it about this singing opportunity that's causing you some level of emotion? Because is it maybe where you have to sing it? Is it the platform that you're singing on? There has to be something about it that makes you feel uncomfortable. And typically, the whatever the something is, if I can say, that you don't like about it, it's probably something you've experienced in the past that you didn't like. It didn't make you feel good. So as a result, I don't think I want to go through that again. I sung in Texas in 2001 and it stormed and it rained and I'm never going to do it again. So I'm not going to Texas again to sing. And I self-sabotage when, who knows, you may go to Texas this time and it could be beautiful weather. It could be a great opportunity. So typically, in many cases, it has to do with a learned experience from the past that makes us feel uncomfortable and we don't do it again. But it also can be due to patterns learned in childhood where you may not have been given the opportunity to explore new territory. And so someone stopped it before it starts. So now you're scared to go into an area that you've never explored before in your life. When we talk about, Carol, relationships, right? We always have our good conversations about relationships. It could be if we self-sabotage in relationships, the fear of I'm going to go through some of the same pain, some of the same disappointment that I went through in a previous relationship, and I don't want to go through that again. It could be the fear of failure. And also it could be a need for control. If I can't control the dynamic, if I cannot control the outcome, I'm not going to go into this area. I am not even going to explore it by any means necessary.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
But I'm thinking of the delicacy of it. It could be, there's so many things to which it can be attributed that one would self-sabotage.
Because there's no one size fit all. Like everyone self-sabotages for different reasons, but these are some of the common reasons in which someone self-sabotages. Most times we would say to a person, well, let's process it. Let's talk about it. Because what you'll find is there is something about the dynamic that feels uncomfortable. So I don't want to feel uncomfortable. So I sabotage it before I experience this level of discomfort.
But I mean, as I'm thinking about it, because the reward could be so great if we just go ahead with it. And family, I'm not even, listen, I'm talking about me because like I said, I have talked myself out of some pretty fantastic experiences, all because I self-sabotaged. It was fear for me. It was fear. But
they say that acronym, what? False evidence appearing real, right? So So I have false evidence. I have no evidence to support this thinking. And so in turn, instead of me just going with it because I have no evidence, I stop it before it starts.
And so family, here we are talking about self-sabotaging. Have you, do you do that a lot? Do you do? Now I know, I'll tell you this, there was one point in my life where I did it a lot. I did it a lot more than I do now. I find myself, I've done it a little in this point at this stage of my adult life, but I did it a lot more when I was younger. Now I'm owning more of who I am, and I have more confidence in my abilities and my talents. But still, there's sometimes where that even though I know or have a level of confidence where I feel like, okay, I can do this, sometimes that fear is still greater and I will still do the same thing. How is it so easy for us to give in to self-sabotage? How is that?
And so there's a saying, it says neurons that fire together wire together, right? Neurons that fire together wire together. In other words, the brain becomes familiar with the familiarity of what you've done in the past. So the more we do something, the more we become familiar with it. It feels comfortable, it feels safe. I stay in that area because now neurons from that experience sticks together in my mind, sticks together in my brain. And unless I work to undo it, I now become used to this as my lived experience. I don't do this. This is not an area that I dance in. This is not a task that I'm typically doing. So I don't do it at all. And this is why it becomes hard to break this self-sabotaging behavior, because it starts in our mind, it starts in our brain. And until we undo it in our mind, and our mind tells our body that it's okay, we'll stay away from it.
I'm telling you, as I'm hearing you say this and explain to me, it amazes me, because I know in those moments when I'm talking myself out of whatever it is, it's, I mean, well, I'm always looking for different opportunities and new experiences in life, and different opportunities to grow. You know, as a performer, as a vocalist, just as a human being, period. So I ask for this. I am asking for this. And then when the opportunity is presented to me, I flake. What is that? What is that? Family, I do want to acknowledge some of you who have checked in. I want to make sure that you know that I see you. I'm just mixing apples with oranges in this moment, because I want you to know that I know you are there. And Alfred, hi there. I hope we did not miss you. But Alfred shares that he has a Zoom meeting, but he wanted to come and say hello. So I just wanted you to know that we knew that you stopped by, and I hope that you are hearing me say that as well. And I'm going to let Destinee know that you love her story. Raven, I'm sorry. Raven Davis, I'm going to let her know too. I'm going to say Raven was here. Raven was here. Eric is stopping by. Hey there, Eric. Just Rick. He shared a welcome to Destinee. He said her journey was amazing. The work you put into it is never easy. And you are absolutely right, because listen, we're all still working. Well, God is keeping us going. Praise God for that. Praise God for that. You know, Ayana shares that there are just some things that money can't buy. I'm in full agreement with that. And Miss Lily, hi there, beautiful. She's sharing love with all of us as well. And I see you, Malcolm. Malcolm, you said he wasn't aware of that. I know what you're talking about. Me singing for the gubernatorial inauguration. That was a blessing. Just, I mean, a tremendous blessing. So I'm all over that. How about that? Talking about, asking for new opportunities. And here I am, I'm blending the apples and the oranges right now. So here I am we're talking about self-sabotaging. This was one instance where I did not, but I had driven up. I received the invitation to sing the national anthem for the gubernatorial inauguration. And I was ecstatic. I was excited. I was so like, oh my goodness. And I got there and I did have a freak out moment. I started freaking out. I really did. Because when I got there and I saw the consideration that was given to me, because sometimes I just feel like, oh God, you're giving me too much. You're giving me too much. So I had a moment. I had a really, really freak out moment, because I was sitting with all the dignitaries, and sometimes you just feel overwhelmed with what God does with and for you. And I was beginning to talk myself out as I sat there. But I started praying. Again, family, I have told you, when I don't know what else to do, that's what I do. And I sat there right there in the midst of all of these dignitaries, and I just started praying. And then they called my name, and I walked up to the podium, standing next to our now governor and his entire family, standing right next to them, and sang. When I tell you God walked me up there, he wrapped his little pinky finger right around me and said, come on now, come on, you got this. But I wanted to share that, because we were talking about that, and I was sharing also that I was wearing one of Destinee's hats. But talking about self-sabotage is so easy to do. It's so easy to do when you look at the optics and when you think of it like that. It's so easy to give in and say, well, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't have this. I don't have this. But I don't know how we give in so easily to it. When here we are again, we're talking about, listen, they say, listen, God wouldn't place you where he didn't want you to be.
Exactly.
But that's not in the forefront of my brain in those moments.
About that. We're not thinking about that, Carol. We're thinking about this is scary. God, where are you? And it's a faith. That's a faith walk, one, but it's also a mental thing of. And I saw someone say in the comments, it's really also saying, okay, if God brought me to this, I have to be confident enough that I can do whatever the task is before me. But sometimes our past experiences, if it is based on past experience, are so strong that in our mind it doesn't feel like we can, so we can't do it. Or in this area, it's making me feel uncomfortable. And so I don't explore it. I stay away from it as much as I can.
I will never forget, y'all, family. I had a show. I was at the Borgata and I was opening for Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't believe I'm about to share this, but I was so. This was a moment where it actually won. Me talking, me self-sabotaging. It won because I stood there looking like a deer in headlights on that stage. A deer, and it won. I did get through my show, but I will never forget that moment because I was so mad. I did not let that happen again, but I was so mad at myself that I talked myself out of it. And I was standing there looking crazy, as my cousin would say, fix your face. You look crazy. He would say that to me. And he did that night. And even, oh my goodness, family, I hope that you don't do this often. I'm going to tell you, I know how it feels. If you do, I know how it feels. And I pray that you don't. Miss Roslyn is checking in. Hi, Miss Roslyn. Sending you love right back. And Frey is sharing. Hi, Frey. She's tuning in, but she's about to enjoy Dave Kaz and Friends Christmas concert. Ooh, featuring Jonathan Butler. I was just with them last week. Oh, you know what? Justin Lee Schultz, you're having a wonderful night tonight, Frey. She's saying, have a peaceful night and fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend to everybody. Well, the same to you, beautiful. And enjoy. And thank you for sharing that with us. That brought a smile to my face. Brought a smile. Miss Julie, thank you. She found it. Carol Riddick sings the national anthem. I'm going to, in my Halo hat, I'm going to have to look it up in my inbox. Thank you. And Pastor Daniel Black is joining us. He shares, good evening, family. You know exactly who Pastor Daniel Black is. Pastor Black is from Gospel Temple Baptist Church in South Philly, and we always look for you, Pastor. So we're so happy to know that you are joining us on this evening. Thank you. And Malcolm shares, so you want to hear me sing? What? Malcolm, you never heard me sing? What? And don't I sing? No, I don't. I guess I don't. I'm too busy talking to y'all. Well, how about this? Because I'm singing a lot in the area this month. I am. December 2nd, I'll be in Collingswood, New Jersey. I'm doing a Nina Simone tribute at the beginning of the show with Gerald Beasley. And then I am doing support with Will Downing for the remainder of the show. And then on December 9th, family, I'm opening for Patti LaBelle at the Met. And then the December 15th, 16th, and 17th, I will be at South doing my holiday review, my residency there. So I'm going to be all around town. So you guys can come out and spend some time with me. Cheryl shares, if we ask God to make it plain, he will. Also, the Holy Spirit will stop you if there is danger. When God is bringing us to a higher level, we get uncomfortable because we are out of a comfort zone. Have courage and strength and move forward. Cheryl, I think I need to type that out and carry that with me. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Miss Julie shares, Dr. Z, it is so good to see you. So those Kodak moments of stage jitters follow many of us throughout life. It seems like the joy of being in a space with dignitaries and large numbers sometimes gets to the best of us. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Yes. And Miss Shirley, hi there, beautiful. is joining us from Florida, all the way down there from Florida, sunny Florida. Hey there, beautiful. Always happy to have you join us as well. Family, for those of you who have just tuned in, welcome to you. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, right here on WURD. It is Thursday, so you know what that means. It's Thursdays with Dr. Z, and tonight we are talking about self-sabotage. I am inviting you to the conversation. We are inviting you to the conversation. So what you can do is share a comment on our socials, or you can also feel free to call us. You know we love to talk to you. You know we do. You can do that by dialing 215-634 8065. You can even call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Whatever you do, family, though, stay with us because we are coming right back. I'm Carol Riddick, the host of Love and Life. And guess what, family? I will be live. That's right. I can speak with you about the real facts and honest opinions on dating, sexual health, casual and committed relationships. Join me Monday through Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The conversations will be served on a judgment-free platter and seasoned with unapologetic realness. So join me Monday through Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
The deadline to enroll in Medicare Advantage plan is December 7th. Independence Blue Cross is the local plan that's been serving our neighbors across the Philadelphia area for 85 years. This means you'll have the stability, security, and peace of mind you deserve from the plan that knows Philly. Because we are Philly, don't delay. Get your Medicare questions answered. Visit ibxmedicare.com/radio today.
King C. Gillette knows you're dedicated to your barbershop routine. But what about after? What's your routine for facial hair to avoid dry skin, itching, and beard rough? Well, the King C. Gillette Beard Oil is the perfect fit for making your beard feel as good as it looks. It softens your facial hair and moisturizes to help prevent itch due to dry skin. Get facial hair that feels as good as it looks. Just trim, wash, and soften with King C. Gillette.
Get ready. Our 7th annual empowerment experience is coming. Join WURD Radio Saturday, December 9th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church Family Life Center, 2800 West Cheltenham Avenue. This year, we acknowledge the Kwanzaa principle of cooperative economics through Ujamaa with a culture-filled holiday marketplace experience featuring artisans and creators of color. You can shop from creations featuring jewelry, clothing, pop-ups, and more. There will be health screenings, job and career resources, and empowering conversations. Interested in vending? Call the station at 215-425-7875 and hit sales for more information. The empowerment experience is free, and keep it locked to WURD Radio or visit wordradio.com for more exciting details. Save the date for Saturday, December 9th. Give the gift of culture this holiday season. The 2023 Empowerment Experience is sponsored by Comcast, Keystone First, Bank of America, Brown's Family ShopRite, Dietz & Watson, Hers, and Pico.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $400 million. $400 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life right here on WURD with yours truly, Carol Riddick. We are talking with Dr. Zenida Driver, Dr. Z, that is, because it's Thursday. That's what we do on Thursdays. Tonight, we are talking about psychological self-sabotage. So, Dr. Z, I'm curious to know, is there ever a time when medication is necessary for self-sabotage?
I wouldn't say so. If the self-sabotaging is leading to maybe depression, yes. But self-sabotage in itself, no. That may be talk therapy, where we sit with someone and we talk about our thoughts. A lot of times as therapists, they'll use a treatment approach called cognitive behavioral therapy. And what that, and you've probably heard me talk about that before in the past, but it's a common therapy, and it's an amazing type of therapy, because what that therapy does is helps us think about, are our thoughts real, right? Is what we thinking in our mind true? Or is what we thinking in our mind made up by past experiences, or just however we're thinking in the moment? And as a result of that thought, how is it impacting our behavior or our responses, right? Is it causing us to be extremely reactive and emotional? Is it causing us not to do the thing that we typically would do? So self-sabotaging in itself is something that can be treated with the help of a therapist, or just some self-care books, or just having conversations with people that can hold you accountable. But I wouldn't jump to say self-sabotaging equals medication, because it doesn't fall within the DSM, which is Diagnostic Statistical Manual, which is the psychological book for disorders. It doesn't fall in there as a disorder.
So are there, exercises, if you will, that we can practice to negate giving in to self-sabotage?
Great question. Yep. One of the things we call thought bubbles, right? And where you take all of the thoughts that are in your mind, you put it on a paper in a bubble, and then you highlight which thoughts are really real. 9 times out of 10 in that moment, Carol, if we use your moment, whatever you were feeling in that moment, the thought was probably just made up by your own thinking, not what was going on around you. So sometimes what happens is, when I see it in front of me, it helps me realize that I may be overreacting in that moment. And hopefully I'm able to use that information to help me forge ahead to do the task, engage in the relationship, or do whatever it needs to be done that I'm potentially, sabotaging myself from.
That's some work. That's some work.
It is work. Well, even just looking at the moment for what it is, right? So, Carol, you talked about, having that moment when you stepped on the stage. If you thought about it, I'm sure whatever it was that you were struggling with was something within you and had nothing to do with what was going on around you. So it's about having that, the Bible has a word that says, pause and think about it. Having that pause and think about it moment to say, hey, hold on. This moment is not real of what I'm creating it to be.
I'm going to share something with you all, family. So there's a whole thought process that starts, listen, from the moment my booking agent tells me that the gig is solidified. There's a whole thought process. So by the time I actually get to the actual gig, I've driven myself crazy. I've come back and I've gone back again. I've been a few times to crazy. And in that particular, I can tell you that night about which I spoke at the Borgata, I freaked out so much about what I was wearing, how I would be received, if my set was good enough, if I was going to be full voice enough. Like there was so much that went through my brain. So much that, like I said, by the time I actually stood in front of the microphone, I had talked myself out of the enjoyment of it all. And was horrible. I was horrible. I was horrible because I was not present.
And that probably did that only happen that particular time, Carol, or is that something that happens all the time?
That I gave into it. It happened that time. That time. Oof. I will never forget that night.
And that is a great example, because that was an example of the neurons they fired together, but they didn't stick together, right? They fired and you push past that moment into the experience. But let's just say someone stepped on that stage, same example, and they didn't sing. They just They froze. Now, let's guess what happened potentially. If they step on another stage again, guess what they probably won't do? They probably won't sing because that experience, they didn't push themselves beyond their comfort zone. So now the brain is telling you, I can't do it. So if I get another opportunity at the Borgata, I'm not going to do that again. No, thank you. No, thank you.
How about that? Yeah, because I don't want that. I don't want that repeat experience. Oh, horrible. Family, what about you? What about you? I'm so curious to know. Well, first of all, you already know that I'm very transparent. I will sit here and talk with you and share with you about my little faux pas and all kinds of things. I tell you my life. But I'm curious to know if any of you happen to struggle with, deal with self-sabotage, or have at any point. At any point. Shirley is sharing question marks for healing. Should Carol forget that experience?
I don't think you can forget it, right? It's a part of your
I
lived.
can't.
It's a part of your lived experience. So it becomes a part of not who you are, but what you went through. What Carol can do, which is a great example, is now know that in this moment, if it happens again, there's a potential for me to feel uncomfortable. So what can I do to prepare better, maybe, for that moment? If not to say you didn't prepare well, Carol, but just hypothetically, right? What can I do to prepare so that I don't have those levels of anxiety or that fear again the next time I go to the Borgata? What steps or interventions do I need to put in place to help me not feel overwhelmed by the experience? So you can't forget it. And honestly, your experience was a great experience because you pushed through it, Carol. It's when the person doesn't push through it that we need to process it more, because now the brain becomes accustomed to shutting down when it comes to whatever it is that the person is doing or trying to implement, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's a new job, whether it's doing a task that they typically don't do. If they don't push through it, then the body and the brain learns, I'm not doing that again. I don't like that.
So in what other ways can self-sabotage affect one's life?
Well, it really is just preventing you from reaching your goals, preventing you from stepping into a new door, right? Opening a new door, going through that door. It hinders growth because we don't know what's on the other side of the door, because we don't give ourselves the strength, or we don't push ourselves through the experience to see what's on the other side of the door. So now I just stay on the one side of the door all the time because I'm scared to open it up to go through it. And so when we talk about how does it impact a person, it impacts them because it hinders their growth. It hinders their ability to see what's next in their life. And it's really common in relationships. It's common. People will self-sabotage when that feeling of vulnerability comes in and it requires them to do something different in a relationship or take that relationship to a next level. People will say, no, this feels uneasy. The past taught me something different. I don't want to do this again. So they
wow. Oh, I'm going to go to our phone lines because one of our family members is calling to join the conversation. Hello, and thank you so much for calling.
Carol, you're human and you care so much. And that's why you had these experiences as well. Well, I thank the doctor for explaining theoretically what you were going through. But I just want you to know, as a person who admires you, your voice and your presentation, I just see you in the courtyard of the Taj Mahal. You are just, you don't know what you do to us. So just continue to just be Carol. You're just one of my heroes in the vocal world. I just wanted to tell you that. I never call the radio, but I had to just let you know who you are to many of us. Okay? Keep on singing, baby. We love you. And you know me. That's me in the picture with you and Mama Marcy.
Oh, my gosh.
On the WRD 20th anniversary. So I just want you to know. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
You don't care, then nothing happens. You just, but you care. I know what you put into your work. Yep. Aaron Graves and I, we talk about you all the time.
Oh my goodness, I love Aaron. He's extraordinary. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. But
Yeah.
it's so it feel but so much goes through my thought process. So much. I'm breaking everything down because I want to present my absolute best, and I want you all to be entertained, and I want you to be, I just want you to have the best experience. And
Well,
I drive myself crazy.
Well, don't do that. don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Okay.
I'm gonna work on that.
All right. I know.
Thank you.
And thank you for the doctor too. She's wonderful. All right. Bye.
I love that. I love that. And that's such a great example, Carol. You in that moment, you didn't self-sabotage because you pushed through it. But I love what she said. She said, you still went forward, you still did the thing that you do well, and it made an impact. And that is the goal, right? The goal is that whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, when we push through it, something great happens. Something comes out of it. It's the ability to push through whatever it is we feel in that moment to the other side, to see the benefit, to see the blessing. And self-sabotaging, unfortunately, stops people from having that experience that caller just said that you provided to that audience, Carol.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. If y'all only, but thank you so much for that love. Oh, y'all only knew. But listen, Shirley, I'm going to go back to you because Shirley was asking, if I should forget the experience. Now, Shirley has the most vibrant personality. She's a love bug. She's one of our love bugs. Shirley, I'm curious to know, because you're in entertainment, have you ever had any self-sabotaging moments as well? I'm asking all of you, family. I'm asking all of you. But right now, I'm specifically asking Shirley if she has had any of these moments as well, because I'm telling you, when it comes on, when it begins for me, it comes on so strong. It's overwhelming.
But Carol, I want to make a distinction. Having the jitters, right? Having presentation anxiety and self-sabotaging is 2 different things. Self-sabotaging is you didn't even do it at all. You stopped it.
Oh, so you don't? Okay. Well, no, I haven't.
Sabotage the experience before the experience actually happened. You didn't sabotage the experience because you still went on to perform. You had performance jitters or performance anxiety prior to the thing that you did. However,
definitely
sabotage the moment. Sabotage the moment would have been you came out on the stage and then you walked off and said, "Not today."
No.
That would be sabotaging the moment.
No. Okay. Yes, I was totally confused with that, but I did sabotage an opportunity because I was afraid. I did. An amazing opportunity was presented to me, and this was some years ago. Before that, it was years ago. This opportunity was presented to me, and the only thing I had to do was just to solidify, to say that I was interested. And I was terrified, and I did not feel that I was competent enough. And I would not call. I would not call. And the person that recommended me and was saying, no, she can do it. She is it. The person had so much faith in me had asked, did you call yet? Did you call? Because, they're just waiting for you. And I did not. I never did call because I did not feel competent at all. And I've always regretted that. Always regretted that. Ms. Roslyn is sharing. She shares, good evening. Doctor, aren't we self-sabotaging each and every day when we realize at the moment something's going on around us and tells us in a minute that we can't handle that at that moment, but in reality, we handle it anyway to keep on moving forward in life? Does that make sense?
So I think that's kind of your experience, Carol. I think if I'm reading Rosalind's comment correctly, in the moment something's telling us that we can't, but we still push through it. That's not self-sabotaging. That's just some level of anxiety that causes us to feel an emotion about a task at hand. Okay. Self-sabotaging, ultimately, it's you stop it before you start it. You don't even allow it to happen because I see what's ahead of me and I'm not sure if I want to do it. I'm not sure what will happen if I do it. So I prevent it. I find ways to get out of it. I find ways to stop it before it starts. So we do, yes, we do it every day and often as people when we have anxiety about a task, right? Yeah, we do. That's jitters. But when we push through it, we're not sabotaging. We are actually telling our brain that we can do it, and it gives us the courage to do it again. When we self-sabotage, we tell our brain that we can't and we don't like it. And then when it comes, the opportunity presents itself again, we don't go forward with it. We don't go through the door. We don't go through with the opportunity.
I'm glad that I do have clarity on it, but I definitely have another question as it pertains to self-sabotaging. But I'm realizing as I'm looking at the time that it's time for us to take another commercial break. So family, stay with us because we will be right back.
Want to be heard on WURD?
Yes, this is Miss Renee King out of Philadelphia.
Dial 215-634-8065 to join the conversation. Outside of Philly, dial 1-866-361-0900. First time caller? Great. We would love to hear from you. WURD is the voice of the African American community, so make yours heard. Please limit calls to once per day. Spread the word and tell a friend to tune in and join the conversation.
Bank of America is stepping up when it matters most. Last year, to expand our efforts to advance racial equality and economic opportunity, we committed $1.25 billion over 5 years. To date, we've put nearly $400 million to work, including a $10 million grant to fund the Center for Black Entrepreneurship. At Bank of America, we call this a nice start. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Tune in every Saturday at 4 p.m. for the Did You Know Show with host Bryant Green, right here on WURD 96.1 FM and 900 AM.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
WURD Radio is sharing a harvest for the world. Now through December 31st, visit wordradio.com to find information on upcoming Give Back events in the Philadelphia area. If your organization is hosting free clothing giveaways, food drives, free workshops, community dinners, and more, please share the details using the form on our website. Visit wordradio.com and look for the Harvest banner. It's harvest time, and we're sharing information on those giving back to the community. The Harvest is brought to you by Comcast, PECO, Keystone First, and the United Way. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $400 million. $400 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians every day. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. So before the break, I had asked a question of one of our beloveds, Shirley Bryant, that is. I always share with you that Shirley is joining us from Florida, as she is. And I was asking because she is an entertainer. She's in the public's eye. She's an actress. She's a model. So I was asking if she too has ever had any experiences with self-sabotage. Now, family, as I know now, I had some confusion as it pertains to what the actual definition was of self-sabotage. But she answers my question and she shares an example on set filming a movie. She just pushes through. She also steps away and she refocuses, but she never gives up. So I overstand. You don't give up. You just don't get it. Self-sabotage would be to actually give up. I thought I had the misunderstanding that it was, when you're speaking unfavorably or negatively to yourself about your abilities in some way.
No, that is
But
self-sabotaging, but it's I speak negatively to myself, but then I do
Right.
something with myself that still allows me to push through it, even with the negative self-talk.
Yeah, see, I stopped there with with my thinking. But I now I've got it. But I'm going to take a moment to go to our phone lines because one of our family members is calling to join the conversation. Hello, and thank you so much for calling.
Hi, Carol. Hi, Dr. C.
Hi, Miss Audrey.
Carol, I called to echo the last caller, and that is that there are those of us that we sit in the audience and we're praying for you too. My one experience with that was in school. I had shared with the school information that I had that I thought that would be uplifting. I gave it to my teacher. My teacher presented it to all those necessary protocols that she needed to do, presented to, I should say. And so when Joylette Harris got to the front of the auditorium and saying, "Who will buy my sweet yellow roses?" I was sitting in that auditorium praying that she would sing it beautifully, and she did. So there are those of us, I'll just say it again, that we pray that those who are doing the presentation, that they have the effect, that we know they want the effect to be. And it comes together.
And it comes together.
It comes together. Just believe in that. It does come together because not everyone is sitting back waiting for you to hit the wrong note or not get through that song. And when you don't get through that song, we realize that it's emotion and that those emotions are not something that you can just tuck and push back. So that's why sometimes you hear people in the audience say, "You can do it. You're doing fine." So, yeah.
That's what you call love right there. That's love. That is love. Thank you, Miss Audrey, as always. Thank you so much. Family, hey there. I'm talking to you. If you have just joined us, welcome, by the way. If you have, you're tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, right here on WURD. And it is Thursday. And what we do right here on Love and Life on Thursdays is we talk to Dr. Z. So we're talking with Dr. Z tonight about self-sabotage. Dr. Z, I'm looking at the time, so I'm going to ask if you will impart some wisdom and knowledge on us about anything and anything you so deem. If you would share some words of wisdom with us in this moment.
Absolutely. I think when we talk about this idea of self-sabotaging, it's really just important for us to look at our patterns of behavior. Of course, as we talked about for the most part tonight, we all experience moments of anxiety where we feel overwhelmed. We feel like the obstacle ahead is bigger than what we can actually take on. But the way we train our brain to get through it is to actually do it, right? And don't be afraid of failure. Because the reason why people self-sabotage is because of a fear of failure. Well, failure is a necessary part of life. We need it. It helps us get to the better places in life. And so look at our patterns of behavior, track them to make sure we're not self-sabotaging often. I mean, maybe if we do it one time, that's not good. But if we notice that we're doing it all the time, that may become a bigger issue that prevent us from just operating in our greatness. So track your patterns of behavior, do your best to push yourself through the task at hand, and don't be afraid to fail. If we fail, it's okay. We can try again another day.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest fears. I'm afraid to fail. I am afraid to fail, but thank you for that. Thank you so much for that because even though I am afraid to fail, I have pushed through. I'm continuing to push through, and I'm remaining prayerful for strength to do just that. Continue to push through. Oh, MG family. So here we are. Weren't they beautiful words of wisdom from Dr. Z? Dr. Z, as always, thank you for giving us, for filling our cup, for pouring into us. I know I need it. I know I definitely need it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all, family. Now, I was just sharing with you all. I'm going to be out and about. Malcolm, you let me know. You know, because I want to see you. I want to see you too. I want to see you out and about. Yes, yes, yes. Dr. Z, Miss Rosalind is asking for your information so she can call. She hasn't had a therapist in 3 years.
I will send it to you in the comments, Carol.
All right, all right. And Miss Joanne is joining us. Hi there. She's sending love. Joey Dixon is sending love and peace to everybody. It is always, always, always so it's just so nice to have you all join us. Just so nice. And Ms. Rosalind, I apologize because I didn't realize that. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But family, I do want to say, as always, thank you. It's just been an awesome week. Just spending an awesome week with you all. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for just sharing your time, your energy, your information. Just really your spirit as well. For any of our family members, I will share this. For anyone who is interested, email me at loveandlife@wordradio.com if you're interested in Dr. Z's information. Please email me at loveandlife@wordradio.com and I will send you Dr. Z's information so that we don't have to share our desires and our wishes publicly. You can send me an email. First of all, you can email me at any time you want. You can always email me. But you can do so at love and life. That's the word, not the ampersand. Love and life at wordradio.com. Just shoot me an email and I will share with you Dr. Z's information. That's what I will do. That's what I will do. I promise you that. All right, family, here we are. Dr. Z, thank you as always. You know we love you. We look forward. I know I look forward to Thursdays. You know, it's our own little tune up. You know, it's our mental tune up. You know, we get our mental tune up on Thursdays with Dr. Z. God willing, Dr. Z, we will see you next week.
See you all next Thursday. Have a great week, everyone.
Too. Thank you, Dr. Z. Family. Here we are, praising God from whom all blessings flow. You hear me? Each and every blessing. Yes. Praise him, all creatures here below. That's right. Just thank you. I'm just extending my gratitude to every one of you, those of you who are watching, listening, who wanted to do so. How about that? Thank you to our guests, Destinee Maree and Dr. Z, just for sharing time, energy, space, attention, knowledge, and spirit. They're beautiful spirits. Yes. Thank you to the entire WURD family, especially Niall Jax and Nick Steptoe, for all that you do. Thank you. Just really tremendous thank you. Family, you know I'm going to say it because I tell you every single night and because I mean it. I love you. I love you so much, but God loves you so much more. You hear me? Remember that we are all in this together. You hear me? So be good to you, but be good to those around you. Please do. Family, enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. And be sure to join me and Nick Monday through Thursday from 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of Love and Life right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. See you this weekend for those of you who are coming out. I'll see you. Love you. Bye.